Alrighty everyone, so in front of me I've got a new project. It's this little Johnson GT20 outboard. Well, it's not little for me, this is quite a big outboard for me, as you already know. But yeah, you all remember the 3.5 if you've been watching the channel for a while, the little Suzuki. At the moment it's great for having just me in the boat. It'll get in the I get on the plane really good, but if I want to take some mates fishing with me, it's hilariously slow. People laugh when they see me going along with it, so I have upgraded to something a little bit bigger. And if you know me, I don't like new stuff, so that's why this is an old thing. It needs a bit of work. But yeah, other than the work it needs, I should say, it's a very, very good running motor from what I can tell. However, it's got a problem with the water pump or something in the engine for water flow, because water does not squirt out the telltale. The bloke I got it off, I'll tell you the backstory. So he originally got this motor with a Stacer tinny. I think that's what he said it was. It was a package deal. This was about 30 years ago. And he said, it was a bit underpowered for my needs, so I upgraded to a 35. And he just apparently put this in the back of his shed, and it sat there for 20 years. And he's bought it out 2 days ago and started up, and he put it on Marketplace, and I found it and I bought it because it was pretty cheap. But yeah, it doesn't pump water. That's the big problem with it, as I said. And I'm guessing that's because it sat in the shed for 20 years. The impeller for the water pump is probably disintegrated, and when he started, all the fins are just broken off because they're old and cracked, and because they're rubber, they're just going to disintegrate over time. But yeah, they're very easy to get parts for, and parts are really cheap, so I have really no regrets in buying it, especially because the motor has like crap tons of compression, like really, really good compression in this motor. I don't know whether it's just been not used very much and that's why the engine's so good, or maybe that's just how they are. I don't know, but in my opinion that's got lots of compression. Takes a fair bit of a pull to get it to turn over. But yeah, we'll chuck the cowling open and I'll show you what's inside. So yeah, now I'll chuck this down here. If you look around the outside of the outboard, there is quite a little bit of corrosion. Down there's kind of just surface rust, it's not that bad. But this shaft here is a bit corroded. It still goes up and down, so that's alright. But yeah, it's also a couple of nicks, like this any vent plate's been nicked by something. I reckon I'll just get a hacksaw onto that and just cut them flush so they look perfect. But yeah, other than that, here's the engine. It's very greasy, but greasy is not bad with an outboard, especially if you live in a place where you've got to use it in really salty waters. I'll have got a video of me starting it up, so I'll put that in now. She's got too much compression. Alrighty, so we're now going to try and get this lower leg off. As you can see, I've already got some of the bolts out and it's loose, but I've not fully got it out yet, so we'll try and get it off the rest of the way. I brought my toolkit down with me to the house, so we're going good there. But yeah, I'll time lapse this and you can watch me pull this leg off. Rightio, so we got the lower skeg unit off. You can see we've got our impeller here. Not in the best shape, I would say, but it's definitely still usable. I mean, I wouldn't see why it wouldn't work. Yeah, it's not missing any fins. It's definitely very hard, but yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a hard one, this one. I'm wondering if this little tube up here, right there, I wonder if that's clogged. It's got water just sitting there. So I'm wondering if the water's like sucked into there or something. And if I chuck a bit of a hose up through there, will it work? Might just be salt or sand stuck up that. Who bloody knows? Oh well, yeah, that's it for that. I ought to put this back together because I've got to go over to the neighbour's place now, but yeah, we'll get it apart tomorrow and have a better look, I guess. Alrighty everyone, so tomorrow has arrived. We have got the lower leg off for our water pump. I did test this and it does work. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like amazingly powerful, but it does work, so it's something okay, I guess. However, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pressurise this hose. And I've pulled off the little hose for the telltale, so I don't get sprayed in the face while I'm doing it. But we're going to see if water will shoot out of this port, and that'll let us know that, pardon me, that everything in this head allows water to flow through. Now, I'm not going to be trusting that. I have had a bit of a think to myself, and I have decided I'm going to pull this head off, and I'll probably renew the head gasket and the cover gasket here, and just fix all that stuff up so that I know it's going to be top notch and not going to overheat on me, because I don't really want that. But yeah, because good. Well, you'd think that if this is not blocked up, then water can still get through all the head and out to the telltale. I can blow through it and it'll blow water back, so I'll do that now. So yeah, as you can see, it's just me blowing through it. It'll push water back through it, so that's what the seller said to me when I did get it. So he was not lying when he said that. He was being truthful. So yeah, it does blow through fine. I'm just gonna get the hose and we'll see what the stream out here is like. We'll give it a go, shall we? That up. Okay, yeah, that's got quite a good spray to it. It's managed to spray me as well, so but yeah, I guess it pushes water out alright. There's probably quite a lot of pressure trying to push it out, which is, I don't know if that's really good or not, but yeah, I mean, hopefully it's good enough. I'm just hoping that when the muffs are connected up to it, it's just not enough pressure to build, will push water up to the water pump, and the water pump just can't pump it. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I could be pretty wrong, but I do have a water pump kit ordered. Did say about the head gasket, I'll have to order that. But yeah, I will try and put everything back together, hook the muffs up to it, hook the fuel tank up to it, and we'll see if it wants to pump water like it is now. Probably no guarantees, and it probably won't with that water pump impeller in there, but yeah, we'll just see how we go. Looks like it's not going to pump water for us. We're going to try the old GT20 again and see if it'll pump water. Now, stupid me, I should mention, when you're flushing these with their earmuffs or testing them with muffs on, there's two little holes up here, and both of us, when we've tried it, have had the earmuffs like that instead of up that, or something covering those two holes on either side. So I reckon that's why it's not pumping water, because there, when I took the water pump off, they're like drain off holes for the anti-vent plate. So I'm guessing that the water, when I put these muffs up, all the water is not coming up to the water pump height, it's just draining back through those holes. So if I block those holes up, it won't be draining out, it'll be draining back into the system. So it'll keep that level topped up hopefully, and the water pump will be able to pump us some water. As you can see, I do have a makeshift fuel tank rigged up, as I kind of run it dry when I was testing it last. So yeah, it's no good. But yeah, what we'll do, I have got that rigged up. We'll try and start it. I'll turn the water on first actually, and we'll see whether we can get it to at least pump us some water. Alright, here goes. One pump of the good stuff. We'll see how many pulls does it take to start the Johnson. Ooh, that was a bad one. Ooh, that was also a bad one. Running decently as well. I wouldn't say it's running like perfect, but yeah, it's running okay at least. I'll see if it wants to start back up and pump it again. Other than that, it runs quite well. Right here, I'm going to wind up the video there. As you saw, we did get it to pump water in the end, which is very good. It means that, as I said earlier on in the video, everything in the internals shouldn't be blocked up. I'm probably going to pull it apart anyway and do the head gasket and the cover gasket for the water intake and all the exhaust gaskets and everything. So as a thermostat, just to be sure that it's all new and it's probably very likely not to overheat when I use it. That's what I did with the 3.5, and it has so far been a very, very good outboard for me. So yeah, I haven't spent anything on it, as you may not know, other than the few millilitres of fuel that went into it just before. But yeah, it hasn't cost me anything to get it going, and it was very, very cheap when I bought it. So yeah. Now, my parents usually have a go at me whenever I buy something stupid like this. They call it stupid. I don't, because I have faith in old stuff. But yeah, it's always good whenever they say that I've wasted my money, and then I bring it home and it starts right up and does exactly what I would expect of it to do. So yeah, it's very good. that's happened. I got a very good deal on it, that's for sure. But yeah, with a little bit of time, money and effort, I'll clean this outboard up and it should be a reliable old motor, hopefully. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for part 2.